Ladies and gentlemen, how are we? Good afternoon, good afternoon. Let's get the light on. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Who do we have on the list? Ba, ba, ba. Hello. The spillage. Beza, what happened? How you doing? What happened, Mr. Beza? On the pitch? Football? Rugby? Okay. Trippy, Rob, you here? Your name's going down first. Football. Beza, you're going on the list. Make a speedy recovery. Make a speedy recovery, Beza. Where'd they get you? On the shin? Alright, we got Beza, we got Rob T. We got Rob T. Let's just change it up actually. I've got a few surprises for our contenders today. Alright. Let's go, Beza. Rob T. Anyone else on the list for tonight's quiz of quizzes? As I continue, but got on the hamstring. The hammy can go. One of the first things to cramp up as well. Whenever I used to get that, it used to happen in the middle of the night, just start cramping up. Do we have anyone else on the list? We got Rob T, we got Beza. Do we have any other ladies and gentlemen who feel up to the challenge of this epic quiz? We got 16 people, but only 2 registrations. State your name in the chat if you wish to be registered for the upcoming quiz. Delicious. Ladies and gentlemen, we promise you a night of intellectual stimulation. Topics will vary from history, science, geography, pop culture. The sound of the bell will commence the question. The game is simple. The first to 7 wins. The first correct answer in the chat will be awarded the point. The first to 7 will win. Skit is down. Skit is ready. We've got a few good players already, to be honest. Be careful. Be careful, ladies and gentlemen. The 3 players who have registered are players. Mr. Qureshi, the current champ. Mr. Qureshi. Mr. Hassan Q goes down. There will be some new topics after I finish work today. I prepared many questions that will tantalize the neuroreceptors of our contenders. Oh, what do you think? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? I shall be a host this evening. Now, do we have any? Let me just take a little show for you here. You see, it comes with an inbuilt strainer. You can put your herbal tea in there and pour away. Beautiful. No need to strain each cup individually. Exactly. No, it's not actually. Hold on. Let me find out. This one. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have any other contestants for tonight's game? We'll keep that on there. Might burn the wood. Mr. 3019. Mr. Mo. Mr. Mo 3019. Let me tell you about the player, Mr. Mo. This guy does not know the meaning of defeat. He plays to the very end. I admire that. Win or lose, he competes to the very end. Any other players this evening so far? We have Mr. Beza, Mr. Rob T, Mr. Skit, Mr. Hassan Qureshi, and Mr. Mo 3019. It is a quiz. Mr. Guan, it is a quiz that covers a number of topics, including science and nature, history and geography, pop culture. Today we are playing the first to 7. The first correct answer in the chat gets the points. It's really as simple as that. We may be officiating with a third umpire, but should you have any contestable decisions, bear in mind you only get one. You can take it to a poll. That is the quiz. Do we have any other players? A quiz, question and answer. Never under pressure. Are you in? I think we go first to 7 this time. I did. First to 7, we'll have a laugh, we'll have a learn. It'll be a bit quicker, I think. Yeah. I was thinking about it, right? I was giving it some thought this evening. Yeah, I was giving it some thought after work. I thought, how can we make this game better? I think quicker games, first of all. Don't want people to get left behind. Everyone's always got to have a chance to win it. Stephen, are you in for the quiz? I'm doing well. Not too bad, thank you. Mishra, I hope you're doing well, bro. 2-time world champ on the way, the double champ. Mr. Hassan Qureshi has stated his game. In for the quiz. Flens. Mr. Flen Soest. Mr. Flen Soest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players so far. Any other players? Any other players are going to get started in the next 2 to 3 minutes max. State your name. State your name in the chat. Getting addicted to this tea. Who's in it? Last couple of players, then we're starting. No waiting around today. Seth 312. Who's in? Trippy. Going to be my third official. It'd be an honour and a privilege for you to join me officiating yet again. Jacob is in. Jacob. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Trippy. The scales of justice. With the scales of justice comes a great responsibility. Seth, you're just watching. Jacob is in. I think I saw someone else in. Christian, Mr. Christian Mullin. That concludes our contestants for the evening. Should someone wish to join in a later round, it will be taken to a vote. For example, should we be 3 rounds in and someone wishes to register, it will be up to our current contestants. I hope that's clear. Miss Trippy will be officiating alongside me. She will help me determine who the first correct answer was in the chat and who that point should go to. Tonight, we are playing to 7, not 10. The first to 7 will take the game. Christian, all is. Tonight's contestants will be Beza, Rob T, Skit, Hassan Qureshi, Mr. Mo 3019, Mr. Flen Soest, Jacob and Christian Mullin. Thank you, contenders. We shall commence. Let me ask first, contestants, are you ready? Think fast, type faster. Good luck to all of you. Your first question. How many colours are there in a rainbow? How many colours are there in a rainbow? The correct answer is 7. As suspected, we have a number of answers of people who are not registered players. Mr. Roble 7884, would you like to be included? Mr. Fraser Brown, the same question to you. And Renisha 675, the same question to you. You did get it though, Master Beza, correct. Exactly. Fraser Brown, hope you're doing well. Yeah, and Renisha. Right, since it's the first one, the next one will be taken to a vote. And Mr. Robble 7884. To be honest, guys, that's the A4 paper finished. So, yeah. Mr. Beza takes the points with 7. Any future people who wish to join, it will be taken to a poll. It will also be taken to our third official, Mrs. Trippy. And to conclude and recap, it is the first to 7, ladies and gentlemen. Any action will be taken retrospectively after the matter. So in this case, Beza has taken the point. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Which restaurant's mascot is a clown? Which restaurant's mascot is a clown? A number of correct answers. Mr. Robble, 784. Beza, Skit. I must inform you at this point in time as well that correct answers, spelling and grammar is imperative when answering a question. To my third official, Mrs. Trippy, I therefore have Skit as the correct answer. Agreed with Robble. Mr. Robble. Robble 784 I have. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate the sportsmanship, the gentlemanly conduct. Skit, are we saying Skit here? I think so. I stand corrected. Skit levels things up with Beza at 1-1. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Thank you, Mrs. Trippy. Appreciate that. Your next question. Try and get off the mark, try and be quick. As you've seen here, correct spelling, correct grammar may just get you the points. What is the largest mammal in the world? What is the largest mammal in the world? mammal. The correct answer, Mrs. Trippy, our esteemed colleague and honourable third umpire. The correct answer is blue whale. Renisha, I shall welcome my elocution. My apologies. You got Hassan? Be careful of Mr. Qureshi. Be wary of Mr. Qureshi, a great player. Ladies and gentlemen, Beza, Rob T, Skit, Hassan, Mr. Mo, 3019, Mr. Flen, Jacob, Christian, Fraser, Renisha, Robble. Your next question. How many eyes does a bee have? How many eyes does a bee have? The correct answer is 5. I think, Trippy, we have Fraser as the winner. Could you confirm? Could you validate? You got Fraser as well. Even game today. Even game today, ladies and gentlemen. Your next question. Ladies and gentlemen, be ready. Be ready to type. Your next question. Where was the first modern Olympic Games held? Where was the first modern Olympic Games held? The correct answer is, of course, Athens. We have our Winter Olympics starting imminently. But correct, the first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens in 1896. Trippy, Qureshi takes 2 points. Thank you. 1st to 7. 5 away, Mr. Qureshi. Skip, Rob T, Beza, Mr. Mo, Flen, Jacob, Christian, Robble, Renisha, Fraser, Jacob. Come on. Your next question. What is the world's longest river? What is the world's longest river? The correct answer is the Nile, nearing 7,000 kilometers in length, spanning a number of countries. Correct, the Nile River is the correct answer. Mrs. Trippy, could we please get a ruling on the first correct answer? have Hassan. Okay, this is a contestable decision. We shall put it to a vote, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what it's here for. Beza or Hassan? Who had the correct answer? Who had it first? Any more votes coming in? Was it Beza or Hassan? We'll end the poll there. Overwhelming points to Beza. Hassan, appreciate it. Appreciate the humility, the sportsmanship, the gamesmanship. Beza, well done. Congratulations. You tie things up at 2-all with Mr. Hassan. Rob T, Jacob, Flen, Mo3019. Stay in the game. A reminder, this game only goes to 7 points. It is not in vain to keep going, to keep trying. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Who painted the Mona Lisa? Mr. Patrick, another champion. Another champion is in our midst. Absolutely. We've shortened the games to 7. The correct answer is Leonardo da Vinci. Mrs. Trippy, I have Renisha, 675. Can we get a confirmation? He's very good with his hands. He's an octopus. Yeah. Using all these tentacles. Hassan all day. Hassan, back to back. It's never been done. It's never been done. Ladies and gentlemen, apologies for the technical difficulties just there. May I get a check that our contestants are still with us? It's the pressure of the night, ladies and gentlemen. I'll get the tech team right on that. We're here, we're ready. My apologies. My apologies. Rob T, keep the game alive. Keep the game alive, yeah? Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. Name the first Pixar movie. Name the first Pixar movie. Absolutely, I remember you, Roxy. Look, Scarpy, how you doing? The correct answer is Ants. How you doing, Roxy? Good to hear from you. Not too bad. 4, 2, 3, 1. How you doing? The correct answer is ants. Is it Hassan again? You cannot have two answers. I will have to check this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll have to check this. I am sure I saw two answers come in. Never seen ants? Hassan, can I ask the audience? I'm sure I saw two answers come in. I could be mistaken. I go to the audience. My apologies. My apologies. If there are any contestable decisions, I will always go to the audience. And of course, Mrs. Trippy, who tonight is officiating this game, and wonderfully, I may add. Mr. Hassan moves over halfway to 4 points. Beza. Thank you, Mrs. Trippy. Jacob, Christian, if you're still with us, stay in the game. We'll be starting another round shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Your next question. Translate the phrase Hakuna Matata. Translate the phrase Hakuna Matata. The correct answer is, of course, no worries. I'm sure we've all seen The Lion King. Trippy says, objection. Renisha. Farrell. Unfortunately, if you can hang around, we can put you in for the next game. I'm sure it was Fraser. Yeah, I'm under the impression it was Fraser. Please, can someone tell me very simply at this point in time, was it Hassan? Hassan moves to 5. 2 points away from victory, back to back. And Gordon has single-handedly proven flaws with voting. Forget who you're voting for. Ask yourself who's voting. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Who is the most decorated Olympian? Who is the most decorated Olympian? Skip. I have Skip. Michael Phelps is correct. I have skipped. Trippy, can we get a confirmation? I mean, Usain Bolt is a legend. No one's denying that. Skip the only one. Skip, congratulations, move to 2. Stay in the game. Yeah, underrated. Underrated. Total of 28 medals across 4 Olympic Games. 4 Olympic Games. 16 years he competed at that level. He's got to be up there in terms of caliber of athlete with Ronaldo, Messi. The longevity, amazing. Underrated man. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Good luck. We're only a few points away from the victor. If you want to stick around, we'll be having another game. Ladies and gentlemen, current contestants, your next question. What is nomophobia? What is nomophobia? The fear of. The correct answer is the fear of being without a mobile phone. I think the closest correct answer, in fact, the only correct answer is by Mr. Beza. Yeah, nomophobia. Imagine that. The fear of being without your phone. We've all had it. Left to work, phones at home. Do you go back? Absolutely. Trippy, can we get a ruling? Can we get a ruling? The phone is crucial though, right? The phone is crucial. Yeah. Beza. The points go to Beza. Congratulations, Beza. Moving to 3. We have Hassan Qureshi on 5, Beza in second on 3, Skit on 2, and Mr. Fraser Brown on 1. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Which bird is the only one capable of flying backwards? Which bird is the only one capable of flying backwards? The correct answer is a hummingbird. Unlucky with the owl. Owls have very silent flight. Very silent. They glide. They can glide for long distances and just pick up their prey. The correct answer is a hummingbird. Gone later by. As you are not a registered member of this game, you can donate your point. Did Skit get it? If Skit got it, I stand corrected. There is always the option to donate your points, unless Skit got it first. Okay, I'm going to have to put this to a vote, ladies and gentlemen. Skit. Was it Skit or was it gone? Skit, congratulations. You move into joint second alongside Beza, with Hassan in first. Mr. Mo 3019. Mr. Mo 3019 just plays to keep the game alive, I'm telling you. He will come back with a vengeance. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question as we move into these final rounds. Contestants, be ready, be accurate. Hassan is 2 points away from victory. To keep the game alive, someone needs to answer this correctly aside from Mr. Qureshi. Your question is, what are rhinoceroses' horns primarily made of? What are rhinos' horns primarily made of? The correct answer is keratin. Ivory is a good guess if you're thinking about elephants' tusks, but rhinos' horns are mainly made out of keratin. The same material found in human hair. Can we go to our third official, Mrs. Trippy? Can I request a spell check? Absolutely. Thank you. The correct spelling is as follows. The correct spelling, Rob capitalized. Mr. Qureshi, may I inform you that most of your answers are capitalized. We would throw the whole game into jeopardy. Rob T. Appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. Hassan Qureshi, Skit, Rob T. Off the mark. Congratulations, sir. Keeping the game alive. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Call the fun police. It's organised fun. Rob T, you're off the board. You're off the board, my friend. Thank you. Mr. 3019, I know you're here. 3019 doesn't answer a single question. And then when someone is 1 point away from victory, he goes on a streak. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Name the 3 primary colours in alphabetical order. Name the 3 primary colours in alphabetical order. The correct answer is blue, red, yellow. Mrs. Trippy, our esteemed colleague, third official, can we have a validation, please? Validation check. Thank you. Hassan Qureshi moves to 6. Do we have a double champ in our midst? Ladies and gentlemen, he is 1 point away from victory. To keep the game alive, Beza, Rob, Skit, Mo, Flen, Jacob, Christian, Fraser, Renisha, Rubble. If you are with us, you need this to keep the game alive. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What is the maximum score possible in a single game of 10-pin bowling? What is the maximum score possible in 10-pin bowling? We will only accept one correct answer. As you can see, a lot of thought went into these questions tonight. I must say, it's been a pretty close game. If you wish to be involved in the next quizzes, you can register by subscribing, liking, and stating your name. The correct answer is 300. Thank you. Thank you, my right honourable lady, Mrs. Trippy, for her officiating. Absolutely impeccable. Absolutely impeccable. Rob T keeps the game alive. Keeps the game alive. Hey Casey, how you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Next question. To keep the game alive, someone other than Mr. Qureshi needs to answer this correctly. Please be ready. Please be quick. Please be accurate. What do the two M's in M and M stand for? What do the two M's in M and M stand for? I don't think we have a correct answer here. I don't think we have a correct answer. Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Trippy. The correct answer is Mast and Murray. After Mars, Forrest Mars partnered with Bruce Murray in 1941 to create the candy-coated chocolate, with Murray holding a 20% share in the product at the time. Their partnership allowed them to use Hershey's chocolate during a period of wartime rationing. 1941. Next question. Ladies and gentlemen, please be ready. Please be accurate. Mr. Qureshi needs 1 point to take the game. To avoid him taking 2 titles in quick fashion. Beza, Rob, Skip, Mo, Jacob, Christian, Fraser, Renisha, Robble. To keep the game alive, please tell me what scale is used to measure the heat of peppers. The correct Trippy, could you please verify the correct spelling? It should be on your screen now. The correct spelling is on your screen now. Pizza Man is not involved in this current game. He is more than welcome to join the next. Our current players are Beza, Rob T, Skit, Hassan, Mo 3019, Flen, Jacob, Christian, Fraser, Renisha, and Robble. You are absolutely welcome. In the next round, we have a number of registered contestants. We're nearing the final stages, Mr. Pizza. But it would be lovely to have you in the next game. Mr. Pizza, I can put it to a vote. if you would like to come into the game, but I must remind you that Hassan Q is 1 point away from victory. Okay, listen, I need to first of all I need to deal with the matter at hand. Please, ladies and gentlemen, can you tell me if Beza answered this correctly? Mr. Beza moves to 4. The vote is conclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Ladies and gentlemen, let me first congratulate you all on an epic game. It's always a pleasure learning and laughing with fellow competitors and contestants. Now, to keep the game alive, your next question. Which country is made up of over 7,000 islands? Which country is made up of over 7,000 islands? Trippy, I think we've got a voided round. We can move on to the next question, should you agree. Gordon, move the router closer to you. Get closer to the router. Norway is not correct. The correct answer is the Philippines. My apologies for not clarifying the correct answer, Mrs. Trippy. The correct answer is, in fact, the Philippines. Voided round. Appreciate that. Situated in the Western Pacific Ocean, the nation consists of 7,641 islands. Norway has more than 20,000 islands. Then the question would have been, which country is made up of over 19,000 islands? Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. I mean, congratulations on the knowledge. Made up of over 20,000 islands. That's something, eh? That's something. Your next question. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Please be ready. Please name the Greek god of dreams. Please name the Greek god of dreams. A number of wonderful answers. Oh, Hades is in there. Pandora. The correct answer is Morpheus. Who remembers the Matrix? Strange, considering that he was offering a route to reality or the dream world. On grammar, we have Jacob. Of course, it will go to a poll. Beza or Jacob, please, audience, you decide. Truth is not registered player. Please only include registered players when you vote. Next game will be starting shortly. Any final votes? You would like to add Rob to the vote. The answer goes to Mr. Beza, who takes it to 5 points. Specifically known for appearing in human form, Morpheus is a primary Greek god of dreams, often depicted with wings. Son of Hypnos, which is sleep. Wonderful, wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, the game is really heating up. It is at this moment in time I would like to put it to a vote. Something I've been thinking about adding in. Please let me know your honest opinion. Should we have a 3-point question? That could mean Beza Hassan could win it right now. It would also give some of our other players a chance to make a meaningful impact on the game. Three-point question. 3-point question. That would mean Mr. Qureshi or Mr. Beza could win if they were to answer this correctly. It could mean Skit could tie things up with Hassan and Beza. I will go to our third official, Mrs. Trippy. A 3-point question. Barraclough. What name? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 3-point question. It could mean Beza or Hassan could win it if they were to answer. It could mean that Skit would tie things up with Hassan and Beza. And for the rest of you, it will bring you back into the game. It will give you a chance. Your next question. Registered players. This could be the final question of the game. What is a group of crows called? What is a group of crows called? Rob T. Trippy. I think I have Rob T. I have Rob T, who takes his tally to 5 after being on 2. Tying things up with Beza. 5-all. Ladies and gentlemen, the origin of the term, meaning flock of crow, has much ado with their scavenging nature. Pizza Guy, unfortunately, is not registered, but we look forward to him joining in our next game of the evening. He seems like very much a formidable competitor. We move back to 1-point rounds, ladies and gentlemen. Rob, if you get this correct, you can effectively make it a sudden death game with Hassan Qureshi. Good luck. Your next question. There has recently been a release of Happy Gilmore. When was the original Happy Gilmore first aired? The correct answer was 1996. Mr. Beza ties things up with Mr. Qureshi at 6-all, effectively making it a golden goal game. If you haven't seen it, amazing film. Happy Gilmore thinks he's a hockey player. Anyway, finds out he can drive the golf ball miles, 400, 500 plus yards. Got an unconventional technique. Anyway, see what we can do with it. If you haven't seen it, go watch the film. Adam Sandler. Unreal. Unreal. The 90s was something else. Also check out The Waterboy, another Adam Sandler film. Or Billy Madison or Mr. Deeds. Yeah, that era, 1990 to early 2000s, the man was on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, I digress. My apologies. Mr. Pizza, look forward to you. Look forward to you joining the next one. Absolutely epic. Mr. Pizza, before you go, what is the most popular pizza topping? Please tell me. This is just a question for Mr. Pizza. What is the most popular pizza topping? Very good. Very good. Very good. Blasphemy, Mr. Qureshi. There be no such. There be no such topping of pineapple. See you soon, Mr. Pizza. You'll be good. You'll be good at this. I can tell. Okay. What would it be? Nah, cheese is the base, right? Cheese is the base. See you, Mr. Pizza Pie. Pleasure having you. See you in the next one. To keep the game alive. Someone else other than Beza. Mr. Beza or Mr. Qureshi needs to answer this correctly. Mr. Beza, Mr. Qureshi, you're effectively in a golden goal game. Next correct answer wins. For other contestants, you've all been great. You have one sole responsibility now, to keep the game alive, band together, play well, be fast, be accurate. Your next question awaits. What is the only country in the world that starts with the letter O? The correct answer is Oman. A number of correct answers. Nisa, how have you been? Long time no here. Renisha, fantastic answers. Jacob. Gordon. 3979. And Qureshi. I have Qureshi. That's one hell of an autocorrect. No, it's all good, Lisa. We have a laugh, we have a learn, you know. Hold on, I've got to run this back. Do we have Hassan first? Wow. Wow. Unbelievable performance. Yet again, Mr. Qureshi. We stand in awe before you. A close game, I must say. Mr. Beza never gave in. Rob T, with his 3-point round, took things to the very end. Congratulations. Great game. I honestly didn't expect this. Yeah, I honestly didn't expect this. First, I want to say a huge thanks to the organizer for putting together such a fun and entertaining quiz. But honestly, unlucky, Bez. Unlucky. Yeah. Great competition. Also, a lot of you are quick on the buzzer, right? Everyone here is getting some of the answers correct. So I hope you're having a bit of a laugh and learning a few things along the way. Now, we have two options. We can have a new game. Jacob, you played well. We can have a new game or we can have a 1v1 between Mr. Qureshi and someone else. A new game with everyone involved or a 1v1. Jacob, really appreciate you tuning in. Well played, honestly. You did well. Mr. Mo, appreciate you. See you, Mr. Qureshi. Since our champion, Mr. Qureshi, is off, two-time champion, may I add, we should, I think it's only fair we start a new game where we can introduce some new players. But let me just congratulate you all. Before we start the new game. Yeah, great effort. A lot of you. Great effort. All of you, well played. Mr. Qureshi's just too quick with it. Too quick with it. But your energy, keeps it going. So, big credit to you. I hope you will have a laugh, have a learn. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules. Right. Cooking with Daisy. How you doing? Mr. Qureshi again. Fantastic effort. Fantastic effort. See you on the next one, my man. Can't believe we've got 3 time. How you doing, Chef the AI? Right. Do we have enough tea? How is it? A bit cold now. Don't put the kettle on. Right. Congratulations, Beza, Rob, Hassan. Top 3 competitors, first, second, and third. Well done. Right. If you wish to play in the next game, please state your name in the chat. I will put the kettle on. Beza, Renisha. Both great players. Unlucky Renisha, by the way. Beza, Renisha. Claralina. I don't know any Claralina. I know KC. Chef the AI. If you are AI, we must deny. Deny, blame AI, they say. They chant from the rooftops. Beza, Ranisha, KC. Who are all these AIs? Chef the AI, Rider the AI. Truth. Rob T, you in again? Patrick, of course, Patrick. Be careful, be wary of Patrick. Mr. Paddy. Formidable opponent. Tough competitor. Love 6759, are you in? It's nicer these shorter games, eh? 7, first to 7. We are here to assimilate you. AI. We are here to support. What is this? How are these? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, is this? Are they generally AIs? Chef the AI, are you an AI bot? Please answer brutally with honesty. Rider the AI, Chef the AI. They are. Turin, of course. Haven't forgotten. Congratulations. Unfortunately, I haven't forgotten Casey. Good luck with it. Good luck with everything. I'm sure it'll be good. Good luck to you. Go get them. Hamza, are you playing? Yeah, Meadow, of course, absolutely. Meadow. We got Truth already. I missed someone, I think. Rob T. We got Rob. Is Rob T playing? I'll put Rob T down anyway. Sounds legit. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this. If they're AI, yeah. I mean, nothing wrong with it. Just you'll be able to answer a lot quicker. Okay, AI. I just had a look at a channel. It looks like, yeah. Hold on, I'm going through it now. Yeah. There we go. Right. I think that should do us for the players. Yeah, thanks, Trippy. Appreciate the heads up on it. It's a bit, it's insane, right? It's insane. I can't turn on the news or open the laptop without seeing some crazy news regarding AI. It's insane now, right? I can't tell the difference in some of them, some of the videos that are created. Yeah, yeah. But then I hear then I hear it do this. Listen to this, check this out, before we start the quiz. Yeah, that's everyone. Yeah, they're really hard to tell. Then I hear this though, and it kind of makes me smile.
Now and then I think of all the times you screwed me over. But me believing it was always something that I done. But I don't want to live that way. Living into every word you say. You said that you could let it go. And it wouldn't get you hung up on somebody that you used to know. Now and then I think of.
Right. Enough of the pleasantries. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a number of contestants. Any new players who join will have the option to either join from the next round or to donate their point. If everybody is ready, the game, first to 7, will now commence. Ladies and gents, welcome in. Touch gloves. Let's fight clean. Let's respect our core values of humility, transparency. Good luck to all of you. A number of great players in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have 8 players currently. Should anyone wish to join, it will be put to the contestants' vote. They will have the decision. Your first question. What is the longest word in the English language that doesn't use any true vowels? Truth, correct. First point. Congratulations. The correct answer is rhythms. Your next questions, ladies and gentlemen. At what fictional address does Sherlock Holmes live? At what fictional address does Sherlock Holmes live? The correct answer is 221B, Baker Street. Exactly. Trippy, you're ahead of it. Thank you. Let me introduce you, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, to Trippy Drippy Hippie, who is our esteemed player and more recently moved into officiating. I've always found that players and the best players can sometimes make the best coaches as well. That has indeed been echoed with Trippy as our third official consecutive nights. All right, honourable lady, let's show some respect to our officials. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. In which year was the Magna Carta signed? In which year was the Magna Carta signed? Thank you. Truth takes it again. Ellie, how have you been? Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Contestants, truth is off to a start. Please, let's make this final game a good game. Which country is widely considered the home of golf? Okay, let's first deal with this. The correct answer is, of course, Scotland. Some beautiful golf courses in Scotland. St Andrews, specifically. Played on for over 600 years. I'd recommend you visiting Scotland if you ever get the chance. Beautiful, picturesque, idyllic, glorious, wonderful, and what people, what wonderful people as well. Right, who got Scotland? I think we have Rob T. Rob T for Scotland. Now, regarding our previous question, Rob T got that correct. Can Mrs. Trippy, can we get a ruling on whether the Magna Carta question was correctly answered by truth, or if we should void the question? If we void it, we will deduct 1 point from truth. Truth said the wrong year. Unfortunately, truth, we must be accurate. We must be specific. I can see where you made the mistake. You hit 1, you hit 2 instead of 1 next to each other. Yeah, we had a question a couple of weeks ago, I think now, where someone answered Twitter and they hit C instead of X, right, for the name of the new name. Unfortunately, we must deduct a point. It's with a heavy heart I say that because I see where you made the mistake. Yeah, it's a typo. You made a typo. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What colour is SpongeBob? What colour is SpongeBob? Patrick. I got Patrick, Mrs. Truth. Hug giver, hope you're doing well. Haven't forgotten you. Hope you're not working too hard. We got Beza. Patrick or Beza? Sorry, Trippy. Just can you confirm again? We're going for the main colour, yellow, of course. Yellow. Patrick takes the points. J Mel 7368, welcome in. Ladies and gentlemen, Beza, Renisha, KC, if she's not chartering jets, Truth, Patrick, Love 6759, Meadow and Rob T. Your next question. What does the score love represent in a tennis match? What does the score love represent in a tennis match? Number of correct answers. Truth, Renisha, Jacob. Jacob is just suggesting Rob. Jacob, I think, is vying for a position on our official umpire team. Mr. Jacob, you are more than welcome to join Trippy as our match official. Just let us know. Who was first? Trippy. Rob T takes a 2-point lead. Ladies and gentlemen, please be ready, be quick, be smart, be fast, be accurate. Your next question. Exactly. And when I say exactly, I mean to 1 decimal place. How many miles is a marathon? How many miles is a marathon? The silence is loud. The silence is loud. I think we have to go to avoided question. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. The answer is 26.2. Paisley, how you doing? Welcome in. Did Truth get it? Truth. You took it to 3 decimal places. 26.2 would have sufficed. Unfortunately, you being the brainiac went to 3 decimal places. You went to the interwebs. We have timed our AI bots only for you to lean upon them, to rest your laurels and take the easy way to GPT. That road is an unforgiving road, one of short-term gain, but long-term dissatisfaction. Voided round. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. The silence is loud, Renisha. The silence is loud. Ladies and gentlemen, first to 7, let's pick up the pace. Your next question. What is the name of the Secret Service branch James Bond works for? MI6 is the correct answer. A number of correct answers in the chat. MI6. Meda, congratulations, off the mark. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What is the largest city in Africa by population? The largest city in Africa by population. The correct answer is Cairo. Yes, generally considered the largest city in Africa, exceeding 22 to 23 million residents, followed closely by Lagos, 23 million in a city. Wow. Wow. The grammar. Let me see. Let's have a look. I see nothing wrong with the grammar. Meda takes the points. Appreciate the heads up. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Your next question. Thank you, Patrick. This sounds quick, eh? Your next question. Which animal is known to have fingerprints so similar to humans that they can confuse crime scene investigators? Which animal is known to have fingerprints so similar to humans that they can confuse crime scene investigators? You'd think it was chimpanzees, wouldn't you? You would think it would be that, giving our close DNA, high level, the amount of shared DNA we share with them. You'd think it would be chimpanzee. And that, unfortunately, is not the correct answer. We have avoided round, Trippy, I agree. The correct answer is koalas. Even under a microscope, their ridge patterns featuring loops, arcs, and whorls are nearly indistinguishable from human prints. Evolutionary cause. Wow, koalas. Koalas evolved these unique detailed prints to help them grip eucalyptus tree branches and climb. Wow. They do say that, I heard that even humans. Koalas, crazy, crazy. Anyway, we move on. If we get into the let's bring a koala around. Yeah, it wasn't me. It was the koala. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Breathalyze the koala as well while you're at it. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Again, please be specific with the answer here. What is the temperature of absolute zero in Celsius? What is the temperature of absolute zero in Celsius? Unlucky, ladies and gentlemen. The correct answer is minus 273.15, the lowest theoretically possible temperature where all atomic motion stops. We'll have a timeout on that question. Your next round, ladies and gentlemen, to speed things up, this next question will be worth 3 points. Please be ready. A prime minister labelled the Iron Lady is who? The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Maggie Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher is correct, also known as the Iron Lady. We have Patrick, who moves to 4 points. Congratulations, Patrick. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen, again, to pick up the pace, will be worth 2 points. Which country did French fries actually originate from? Which country did French fries originate from? You'd think it's France, right? Yeah. Or the US. I can see where you went with the US for. The correct answer is in fact Belgium. Belgium. Belgium is the correct answer, Trippy. Truth. Truth has made up for her the earlier point that was taken away and added another one. Love to see it. Love to see it. Now, no one here knows everything. Always better, never best. Always learning. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What is 9 times 9? What is 9 times 9? 81 is the correct answer. Another typo there. Unlucky Renisha with the typo. Truth, HS, Patrick. Meadow, I have first. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Again, this will be worth 2 points. Name a song by the artist Beyonce. Name a song by the artist Beyonce. Crazy in Love from 2003 from the album Dangerously in Love. Patrick, is that your jam? Patrick takes the points, I think. Patrick moves to 5, 2 away from victory. I didn't mind Halo. Who remembered Destiny's Child, though? Eh? Who remembered Destiny's Child? Destiny's Child, wow. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Patrick, my apologies. Patrick moves to 2 points. Patrick is on 6 points, 1 away from victory. Your next question will be worth 1 point, ladies and gentlemen. Aside from Patrick, someone else needs to get this to stay in the game, to keep the game alive. Either way, you've all had a number of correct answers. We're always learning. We have a few laughs along the way. But yet again, another great game. Another great game. Correct, Trippy. Absolutely. Which country is credited with the discovery of coffee? Which country is credited with the discovery of coffee? the correct answer. Yeah, HS, you think it'd be Colombia. I can see where you're thinking Brazil. While there is no single definitive record, Ethiopia is widely credited as the birthplace of coffee. Unfortunately, while Ethiopia is where the plant originated from, Yemen is credited with first transforming it to the roasted and brewed beverage we know as coffee today. Trippy. I go to you. Yemen. Yemen. Yeah. Look, it's been a great game. I put it to the audience. Bit of a double-edged question, but double-edged sword. I understand that. Did Patrick take it? Does Patrick win? Patrick, the decision is yours then. Patrick, the decision is yours. Exactly. We can only put it to the audience, put it to the contestants. Patrick works in a cafe and listens to Beyonce. We're learning so much about Patrick today. I feel like it's a coffee place I would visit, to be honest, if that's the vibe. Mate, and the Fair Play Award. The Fair Play Award goes to Patrick. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right. It's getting late where I am. So again, I'm going to put a question to you. The next question I'm considering, please let me know, to be worth 5 points. If you agree, that could mean that Patrick, Truth, Meadow or Rob could all win with the correct answer. If you don't, that is absolutely fine. We can play for 1 point. South Africa, how you doing, Blue? How you doing, Blue? J Berg, Cape Town. Patrick, you're winning the hearts and minds of everyone today. Absolutely. You're winning the hearts and minds of everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question is worth 5 points. Durban. Your next question. Sorry, is Zane here? Did I miss Zane? Zane, how you doing? Good to hear from you. We're in our final question. It's worth 5 points. We have Truth, Patrick, Meadow, and Rob, who could all win. Good to hear from you, though, Zane. Hope you're doing well. Ladies and gentlemen, for what could be our final question. Why do sea otters hold hands when they sleep? Why do sea otters hold hands when they sleep? And justice has been served. What a beautiful answer by Renisha, the mother's bond. They don't lose each other, so they don't drift apart. All correct answers to keep the right side up so they don't drift away. Patrick, congratulations. Oh, is it Rob? Separate. Can we get a spell check on the word separate, please? Can we get a spell check on the word separate? Truth. 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 Maybe there is a bit of justice in Truth winning this game with the point deductions earlier. But listen, it's getting late where I am. Truth. Congratulations, Truth. Let's show some appreciation for Truth, Patrick, Meadow, Rob, Casey, Renisha, Beza, Love 6759. Great game. Absolutely great game. Yeah, great game. And keep in mind that last question. Why do sea otters hold hands when they sleep? Win, losses, lucky guesses, it all counts as part of the fun. See you later, guys. Oh, Renisha, I'm so tired. But next time, hit the sub button. You get a notification. I put a post out a few hours before. Guys, again, great game. Thanks for making some time. Zane, good to hear from you again. Jacob, ladies, gentlemen, have a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Catch you later. Good night.